Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome to the second season of the Melanin Reset Podcast. I'm your host, Valarie Wynn, and in this episode, I want to talk about the problem with Kanye West. And so, yes, I will be addressing the Mr. West in the building. And there are three things we need to know about Kanye West. The first thing we need to know about Kanye West is that he is deliberate. Everything that Kanye West does is deliberate. He does everything with great intention, even if it is to provoke controversy or conflict. Kanye knew exactly what he was doing when he showed up in Paris with the Yeezy Season 9 surprise fashion show. You see, the thing about surprises is that they have to be planned. It was during that fashion show that Kanye donned and displayed the White Lives Matter hoodies and tees. One image from the show that made the rounds was the image of him and right-wing pundit Candace Owens wearing these tees and seemingly holding hands like two peas in a pod. Now, to most black people, the message was resounding. To Wanda Cooper Jones, the mother of Ahmaud Arbery, she condemned Kanye's White Lives Matter stunt. She said his action flew directly in the face of the support that he himself had shown to her and to the families of other victims behind closed doors. She said that his stunt made a mockery of the Black Lives Matter movement. But I will get to that a little later. To add insult to this injury, Kanye had black models walking the runway wearing those tees. Yes, White Lives Matter. We know that. But using this as an antithesis to Black Lives Matter definitely crossed the line. One of the models wearing the shirt was Salah Marley. Remember, I told you that everything that Kanye does is deliberate. Salah is the daughter of the iconic and Grammy Award-winning neo-soul artist Lauryn Hill, and she's the granddaughter of the legendary Bob Marley. She received tons of backlash for being a willing participant to wear the tee in Kanye's show. The problem for her was that it was only 2 years ago that Salah was in the streets as part of the Black Lives Matter protests and movement. It was perplexing to see her wearing that particular shirt. It spoke to the pinnacle of Kanye West's anti-blackness and solidified his immersion into white supremacy ideologies and their methods. It spoke to the willingness of others to participate in his incitement, no matter what the cost, which brings me to point number 2. Kanye West is dangerous. My initial reaction to Kanye West's White Lives Matter shirts was that he was a snake with fluorescent lights on his back. The phrase White Lives Matter has been characterized by the Anti-Defamation League as a hate slogan. According to the Southern Poverty Law Center, White Lives Matter is a neo-Nazi group that was created as a racist response to the civil rights movement, Black Lives Matter. And there lies the problem. You see, Kanye West and many others have conflated the movement with the organization itself. And I'm here to provide clarity for you. They are not one and the same. But if you were really involved and informed, you would know that. You see, Lee Merritt, the attorney for Ahmaud Arbery's mother, he delivered this statement on her behalf. As a result of his display of White Lives Matter started trending in the U.S., which would direct support and legitimize extremist behavior like the behavior that took the life of her son. The statement continued, "This is a mockery of the Black Lives Matter movement, and his denunciation of the movement as some sort of hoax flies directly in the face. It is confusing for her and the families to receive his support privately, but publicly, he set us all back." Now let's keep it 100. You see, behind closed doors, Kanye West had given his support to the families of Ahmaud Arbery, Breonna Taylor, and George Floyd. You can look that up on Google. So it is important for all of us to understand that this is all Kanye West. It is not his mother. It is not the Kardashians. It's not Cheetah. This is all him. This is Kanye West, and he is dangerous. You see, we keep mistaking his snake skins for layers. At least that's what I was doing. Kanye kept shedding his skins, and we began excusing them as layers. One skin that I saw as a layer was him dealing with the grief from the death of his mother, Miss Donda. You see, I watched The Genius, the trilogy of Kanye West, a 3-part Netflix documentary, and it was very enlightening to me. I saw him differently after watching that. It was that documentary when I started to see him just a little deeper. It was after the documentary that I went back and listened to who we all call the old Kanye. But as I listened, I noticed something different. I noticed that the old Kanye was exactly who he was. He made it appear as he was speaking from a place of understanding of our pain, but Kanye was speaking from a place of debasement and arrogance. Everything he rapped about, the hooks that was sung, the beats that was dropped, were totally about who Kanye West was or who he wanted to be. It was the documentary that Miss Donda told him, "The giant looks in the mirror and sees nothing." Let me repeat that. The giant looks in the mirror and sees nothing. He assured her that he understood what she was saying and what that meant, but he was actually stuck on his mother's perception of him. He was stuck on whether she saw him as arrogant or confident. The giant looks in the mirror and sees nothing. It is my thought that Kanye is still the same dude from the College Dropout album. He is the dude that was so self-conscious. He's one of the people who is so high up, but has the lowest self-esteem. He uses arrogance as confidence. The danger about Kanye West is that he's the giant that his mother was speaking of. He's the giant that looks in the mirror and sees nothing. Another skin that Kanye uses as a layer is our empathy for his mental illness, and that makes him dangerous. Kanye is dangerous to himself and others since he inconsistently seeks help for his mental illness. Kanye was diagnosed as having bipolar disorder, or what was once known as manic depression. According to the Mayo Clinic, bipolar disorder is a mental health condition that causes extreme mood swings that include emotional highs or mania or hypomania and lows, depression. Kanye said that the meds they prescribed to him take away from his creativity, so he refuses to stay on a treatment plan or to even find a treatment plan that works for him. Which brings me to my third thing we should know about Kanye West. Kanye West is detrimental. He is detrimental to himself and to others because Kanye seeks white validation. Kanye went from niggas in Paris and Watch the Throne with Jay-Z to White Lives Matter. Riddle me that. He went from saying he wanted to be the best dressed rapper to his own fashion line that looks like slave clothing. Riddle me that. And quite frankly, the fashion critics have been very kind to Kanye West. Let us remember it was Ye who wanted his fashion line with Gap displayed in trash bags. That speaks volumes, doesn't it? He ended that partnership. It was just a few weeks ago when Kanye was beefing with Adidas about creative control over the Yeezy shoes. He was talking about opening up his own stores and cutting ties with Adidas. Black entertainers were rallying around him, even after all the foolishness he did with Cheetah and all the talk about him running for president. It's like Miss Donda said, the giant looks in the mirror and sees nothing. Kanye West is detrimental. Kanye West has shown us who he is on several occasions, and guess what? I believe him. There are 3 things we needed to know about Kanye West. Number 1, he is deliberate. Number 2, he is dangerous. And number 3, he is detrimental. Let me provide clarity since Kanye loves to talk about the black mentality. The black mentality can be described in what I call 5 categories. The first category is the black mentality of being a revolutionary or woke. The second is being miseducated, misguided, or ignorant to the culture and its struggles. Kanye don't mean that. Number 3, whatever is convenient or going along to get along with the dominant society. Now we start to see Kanye West. Number 4, being brainwashed or indoctrinated or overly religious. We seeing Kanye. Number 5, being self-loathing in a sunken place and immersed in white supremacy. Kanye wanted to see himself as a revolutionary, but it doesn't take a genius to see Kanye aligns with numbers 3, 4, and 5 of the black mentality. He does whatever it is that is convenient for him. He is religious, and so religious that he has subscribed to the Christian nationalism, which is rooted in white supremacy, and that is part of the reason why he made those anti-Semitic comments and was kicked off of at least 2 social media platforms, and why Chase Bank is telling him to find another bank. You know it's bad when a bank tells you they don't want your money. Okay? And he's self-loathing and has immersed himself into white supremacy to receive their validation. Why else would he be promoting to sell a White Lives Matter shirt? He's playing with fire. He's playing with neo-Nazis. He's playing with a hate slogan. This is who Kanye West is. Kanye West is deliberate. Kanye West is dangerous. And Kanye West is detrimental. Those are the 3 things that we need to know and understand about Kanye West, the artist also known as Ye. Now, whether or not you choose to still support him, that's on you. I can tell you, for me, I'm not going to stop listening to his music. Okay? I'm going to just keep it 100 with y'all. Some of the music that Kanye West has made holds memories. Okay? I'm not one of those people who can compartmentalize and say, because he's done this, I'm not going to do this. But what I can tell you is anything else he does going forward, I won't be a supporter of it. But the stuff we done already spent money on, it's ours to enjoy. Okay? That's the way I see it. And I hope the man gets the help that he needs. I hope he does. Okay? But it's time out for excuses for Kanye West. 3 points I said. Kanye West is deliberate. So anything he does, he done thought about. And he's doing it with great intention. Kanye West is dangerous. He doesn't care about anyone but himself. Some people say he's a narcissist. I don't know. I don't like to really use psychological terms to describe people, you know, and I'm saying something about him being bipolar because he has said that he was, or at least he said that's what they told him he was. Okay. So he's in denial even with that. And Kanye West is detrimental. But I hope that the brother can turn it around. Okay, but I think he has rolled so far away from the tree, there's no coming back. So, with that being said, let me know how you feel in the comments. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share. If you would like to be notified on YouTube, click the tiny bell. Okay? The visual podcast is available on YouTube, and you can find the audio version of the podcast on podcast streaming platforms. So, thank you for joining me. It is always a pleasure. This has been the realest homegirl, also known as the Black Hummingbird. And no, I'm not a songstress, but I do vibrate high. My name is Valarie Wynn, and I will talk to you all on the next Melanin Reset Podcast. Peace.